Hey guys, what's going on? I'm in the desert, the Simpson Desert, with Daryl Beattie Adventures, riding as lead rider. We're doing the ultimate loop of the Simpson Desert. 8 days across and then back again. Come along with us, because this is some of the best riding you're ever going to see, and some of the most beautiful country you're ever going to see as well. Let's go, yeah? As a crew member this time, it was a bit of a different adventure for me, and for once I wasn't carrying a bag full of camera gear, but I decided to use my phone and my GoPro to capture some of the ride, which started right here in the little Queensland town of Birdsville. There's Daz giving the rundown on what's to expect over the next 8 days, and from there we wasted no time in getting on the bikes and getting our first sighting of the local wildlife. It was also a chance for us to get our first feel for the sand that would be our constant companion throughout the loop. Not everyone rides sand regularly, and it can be a bit mystifying and frustrating at first. But just a little bit of encouragement can help you find your groove. I don't ride sand that much myself, so I thought being this early in the ride, it was a good time to carry out a tactile surface resistance test. Okay, let's call it a crash. And with that out of the way, we settled into a rhythm dictated by the endless twists, turns and sand dunes. But it wasn't all about sand. Due to some recent heavy downfalls, there was still a fair bit of water in the desert, and we chose to walk this creek crossing instead of risking a drop bike on day one. It was weird to end a day in the desert with wet boots though. The Simpson Desert is big. It's about 170,000 square kilometres. To put that another way, you could take the country of Belgium and plonk it into the Simpson Desert 6 times. Don't worry about it, Belgium. I'm told that size doesn't really matter. Also, you have 650 different types of beer available on any day of the week. If you want a beer out here, you didn't bring it with you, you're not going to get one. We all prepped before sunup the following day and were treated to a track with enough dampness on the sand to prime it for riding. This was one hell of a fun morning. It's by no means a free-for-all in the desert. There are other bikes and cars on the tracks, and by slowing down at the top of dunes and radioing ahead regularly, you can make sure nobody is surprised by you and you don't sneak up on anyone else too. Daz is big on safety, so we always use two-way radios to keep in touch with approaching traffic as well as our own group. And even though we're out kind of in the middle of nowhere, you do run into some fantastic characters.
You hop in here and I'll hop on that. Hey, I'm 84 years old and I'm enjoying every minute of it.
Oh, good on you, mate. Good on you.
Lucky you guys. I wish I would have done it at your age.
It's never too late, mate. At least you're out here.
I am.
And you're sweeping up all the spider webs for us.
Yeah.
Good on you, mate.
Yeah, I wasn't kidding about those spider webs. This is my backpack just halfway through day 2.
Hey guys, we're all in a group now. We're bunched up. There's 10 of us. We'll be right past you in no time. Good on you guys. Have a good day.
So we've just arrived at Popple Corner, which is the corner between Queensland, the Northern Territory and South Australia. It's one of those monuments that makes you go, like Cameron Corner. Kind of feel like it should be something a little bit more spectacular than a sign on a pole. But anyway, there's Popple Corner. So where am I? In the Northern Territory? I'm in Queensland. I'm in South Australia. Where would I like to be? Where would I like to be? NT, I reckon. There we go, I'm in the Northern Territory now. Next to the spectacular Popple Corner pole. Have a look at it. We've been on the Colosn Track all morning this morning. It's an absolutely beautiful day once again. This track started out as an absolute cracker this morning and it's got very rough. It's a little bit of a struggle. The pace is down and the support truck is going to have a rough time for sure. But how's the serenity? My squeaky boots are ruining the serenity. But trust me, there's heaps of serenity here. Did you have any moments back there?
Yeah, I did. I had a fuck up. I hit a tuft in the middle, which sent me over on the left.
I did the same.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
I'm not the only one.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
good.
Nope.
But that was a hard little track.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yep. Andrew, you enjoy?
Enjoying it, but it's hard work.
Yeah. It's getting rougher, right? Or are we just getting tighter?
Combination
Yeah.
of both, but it was good. It is good.
Well, there's only 120 k's of it to go now, so.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Flies can be something of a frustration out in the desert. But you just get used to it and it becomes part of everyday life. You handle it calmly. So we've just turned off the Colosn Track and entered the Madigan Line. Here it goes up there. There's a little bit behind us as well. The first European to cross the Simpson Desert was Ted Colson, and he did that in 1936 with an Aboriginal guide by the name of Peter Ains, and they also had 5 camels with them, whose names I didn't think to memorise. Jump forward just a few years and Australia would import 20,000 dromedaries, a single-humped camel. Those camels would be used to establish towns, railway lines, service mines, and they were often wrangled by the extraordinary Afghan cameleers. Jump forward to now, we have the largest feral camel population in the world. There's something like 1 million camels running around out here. We've seen a lot of their tracks, but haven't seen one in the flesh as yet. Certainly don't want to see one straddling the track as we come over a dune. Mixed in with the car and bike tracks here, you can see these camel tracks. I don't know if it's a bull camel, but they're big tracks. A bull camel can weigh up to about a ton, I think, so you do not want to come around the corner in fourth and have that thing staring back at you.
Can we get an explanation of where your peak has gone?
About 5 k's that way. I was in the zone until I wasn't.
Well, the Madigan Line surely has to be one of the best tracks I've ever ridden on a dirt bike. From kilometre to kilometre, it does change a bit, and during the day the sand changes. You've got nice hard damp sand in the morning, very soft loose sand as the sun hits down on it, and then it hardens a little bit more as the sun goes down. But wow, what a track. I mean, you really couldn't engineer a track better than that for dirt bikes, which is amazing since it was forged in 1939 by Cecil Madigan. What a job he did. What a tough job. Of course, if you've got a tough job, you call a Cecil. And Cecil was actually the guy who named the Simpson Desert. He named it after A.A. Simpson, who was the head of the Royal Geographical Society. And I believe the guy who brought us Simpson washing machines, bizarrely. And what a job, though, to wander out here on foot with your camels and forge this track. There are campsites all along the way. They're Cecil's original campsites that we can stop at and spend the night. So a lot of history is preserved here. Seriously, though, what a track. Thank you, Cecil. I know this is going to sound weird, but we spotted a couple of lights moving really strangely on the horizon back at camp. We've been watching them for a good 15 minutes now, and I've just wandered a couple of 100 meters away and up a sand dune to watch, and it is something. They are behaving very weird. Zigzagging left, right, disappearing, appearing at different altitudes. The hairs on the back of my neck are standing up, but it is awesome. Okay, quick update. We sent a drone up to go and look at whatever it is that's flying around and get as close as we can. The drone's not going to see anything at night, but we sent one up anyway because we've got one. And as soon as it went up, the lights disappeared. They left. They haven't been seen since. Weird? Or what? Have you seen anything weird while you're camping at night? Lights in the sky? Heard footsteps? Howls? Anything weird at all? I'd love to hear it. Put it in the comments. We've all seen weird shit. Put it in the comments. Let me know the full story. I want to know. I love this stuff. Have you seen anything weird at night while you're out camping? Let me know.
Just enough light to make out a figure. She got the thunder under her command. She got the lightning in the palm of her hand. And then now for the sun we can make it through the winter. And I can't feel her breathing now. I got the ice in my veins, I would melt, but I don't know how. I keep the feeling in the back of my head. I keep a photograph under my bed. She knows where I am, and they watch me almost every day. And I can take over memories, and I can blow them to smithereens, but the ashes will fall and they'd reach and I can't feel her breathing now. And I'm inside my head and I think that it's time to get out.
The Simpson Desert is home to an extensive sand dune system. In fact, there's about 1,100 sand dunes in the desert, and they reach up to 200 kilometers long. But unlike a desert like the Atacama, it's actually teeming with life out here. You don't always see it, but it's there. This incredible landscape offers enough for 180 different types of birds, 92 different types of reptiles, and 44 different types of mammals. Endless amounts of flies. It's not dead, it's alive, and that's not even taking a look at the plant life, which after some rain is absolutely gorgeous. It smells amazing too. What a place. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Fuck Bali. Go and see Australia. Squeaky boots on the way back to the bike. Just about to get going for the last day of the Simpson Desert Ultimate Loop. 1,000 kilometers done so far. Actually, almost on the dot, 1,000 kilometers. We've got about, I don't know, 50, 60 to do today to roll into Birdsville. Gonna miss all this colour. The camels, the UFOs, and the crew. What a ride. Come out here, see it for yourself. Do it. Do it. Wow, ending the ride the way we started it on Big Red. What a ride. What a week. It's hard to put it into words. I love it so much out here. It's always been on my bucket list, and now I've done it. Gone across and come back. I've seen the French line, I've seen the Madigan line, which is absolute motorcycle perfection. And I've got to do it with a great crew. Daryl, Beattie, Scotty, the truck driver, and a great crew of blokes on the ride as well. What's your bucket list ride? Put it in the comments. I'd love to know where it is you've always wanted to go but haven't done yet. Or do you recommend somewhere that someone should visit? Doesn't matter what country it is, just let me know. Where is riding perfection in heaven for you? Leaving the sand behind, and we were immediately confronted by heavy traffic. Although, not all traffic tastes as good as these guys on a sandwich. Oh yeah, and we did end up seeing camels. Only two, and they were a long way off, but they were just one of the many memories that we'll all take away from an amazing 8 days in the Simpson Desert on yet another remarkable Daryl Beattie adventure, where as lead rider, I only got us lost 3 times in 8 days. That's something of a record for me. I'm telling you guys, go and make some of these memories for yourself. So guys, on this ride I've been wearing the new Leatt 7.5 ADV FlowTour gear, and it was a great choice for this ride. So we've got, fairly cold mornings, very hot during the day, and as we're coming in, it starts to sort of get milder in temperature. This stuff is permanently and almost fully vented. So when it's hot in the day, I strip off that inner layer that comes with the jacket, and it's absolutely perfect. And that inner layer, I was worried that it wouldn't be warm enough for, we've had sort of maybe 8-degree starts in the morning, but it absolutely is. I have not needed anything else. I did put a thermal underneath one day, and I stripped that off almost immediately. It was too much. It's also waterproof, that inner layer, so that helps a lot. And the other thing I do like, and this doesn't get talked about much with gear, is the dexterity of this gear. The way it's made gives you a lot of freedom of movement. And riding in sand, you need a lot of body movement, a lot of positive body movement to make the bike go where you want it to go. And to wear gear that's maybe bulky and hangy, to wear gear that's grabby, it can be a bit annoying. It can create pressure points, rubbing points. It's just annoying. The Leatt 7.5 ADV FlowTour, however, it's not quite form-fitting, I wouldn't say that, but it is a very nice snug fit. The arms are really well articulated. I like that the pants have the suspenders. This is super rough out here at times, really, really rough and sustained rough. So I don't like zipping my jacket to my pants. I know a lot of people do. I'm not a big fan of that. So wearing the suspenders, obviously the pants stay up nicely. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this stuff. Big fan. Keen to go for. It's covered in spider webs at the moment. My washing machine's going to go, what the fuck have you been doing? Also, man, zips, really good zips. I hate bad quality zips. That drives me nuts. And plenty of storage as well. I got fly nets. I got lip balm. I got a 2-cent coin that I found. I got a GoPro in my pocket. I got my phone in my pocket. I got my wallet. All sorts of stuff here. None of it feels heavy though. It's a really well fitted jacket and pants. Yeah, check it out. I recommend it. The Simpson Desert was home to the Wankangaroo people, or has been home to the Wankangaroo people for 7,000 years. That does my brain in. I couldn't last out here for more than a few days. If I had to subsist off this, I'm gone. That's the end of me. I mean, I'm hungry now and I'm out here with a packet of jerky. I'm not going to forage around and see if I can find something else to eat. I have no idea what I'm looking for. I could eat flies. I've been doing plenty of that. So it's astounding that they could not only subsist but thrive for generations. The Great Federation drought from, I think it was 1896 to 1903, pushed a lot of them out of the desert. That was a terrible drought. That killed about 40% of Australia's cattle stock, about 50% of Australia's sheep stock. And it was double whammied by horrendous dust storms and a rabbit plague. We have a real bad habit of bringing animals into this country that have no place being here and do nothing but wreak havoc.